Hello and welcome everybody to another Jeffrey's Joysticks video. Welcome to the Pac-Man themed snagging video. So before I proceed, if you haven't done so already, I want you to go and smash that subscribe button. Check out the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Keep up to date on what's been happening. And yeah, this video in particular with snagging concerned has got a different twist to it. So I'm going to be doing running commentary with some nice snippets of music in between. So let's get stuck in. So basically I was hoping that it would be fairly straightforward. Panel would be put down, screwed in and be ready for testing. However, that wasn't the case. In this video I'll show you how, and I'll try and describe the issues that I'd come across. So here's a prime example where naturally it could have a mini spirit level, but you let your friends borrow your tools and they don't return them back, so that's a learning curve. So I had to use a steel rule, and I was basically getting the idea that the ribbon cable which I'm removing from the 20-pin harness was getting in the way of the panel from fully closing down and for me to secure it with the hex screws. So here's the process of myself just quickly stripping back all that hard work that I did with reference to the PCB. So I'll just let you see some of this footage. I'll come back just shortly. Okay, so after removing the PCB carefully and all the wiring associated with it, I then got the Dremel out, and basically what I was trying to achieve was to use that sanding piece, very handy, and basically the key was to mark the areas as best as I could, the little kind of 4 cylindrical pillars that would allow for the PCB to get screwed into. So as you can see here, I'm using a circular motion, not applying any pressure whatsoever. It's just a case of just let the Dremel and the sanding piece do the work. And obviously, as you're doing this circular motion,
the way that it's spiralling inside the Dremel itself also assists in that, so you really don't need any pressure, guys. Just a steady hand, make sure it doesn't run off and catch a stray wire or a stray cable tie. So yeah, I'll just let you watch some footage of me carefully trying to sand down these 4 cylindrical pillars the best that I can, and then I'll come back to you just shortly. So after carefully removing the cables and the PCB itself, I then got the steel rule out and began to try to level out how these pillars were once I'd sanded them down. Like I said earlier, I didn't have a mini spirit level like I used to, so I just had to basically do the best I can given the situation. Then what happened was, during the sanding process, is that actually some of the plastic had began to melt and ooze to those cylindrical channels that were threaded originally for the screws to screw into. So basically I had to get creative, grab myself a drill piece, and what I did was I used a drill piece which was one size smaller than the thickness of the screws I would use to screw back into the PCB. So yeah, it was a challenge to have, because obviously the surface of the cylindrical area was like black ice, so it was very difficult to try and get a level piece so that I could allow for the drill piece to more or less drill straight down. I had visions that I'd partially tried to drill down and it would skite off, so it was quite a challenge to try and get the drill piece dead on and screwed down. But thankfully I got there in the end, and then this is the process of reapplying the screws, which actually was quite beneficial, because primarily before I did the snagging, the screws would only screw so far into the PCB dock. However, because I bored new holes at one size down, it allowed me more or less to bore new holes, and it just created a tight fit for these PCB screws to screw on down. So shortly after I've done that and reapplied the screws, just give the area a quick brush down, and just shortly afterwards just going through the process of making sure that the cables are reconnected, checking the connections, and then we'll progress on to the next step. For this particular phase, basically, couldn't source cable ties. I had a really great set of cable ties that would have been amazing for this task, but I must have binned them during the spare room renovations. So basically, I had these like little plasticky ties, and you'll have saw them for yourselves, get them in packaging and things like that. So, like I said earlier on, I just had to get creative and use what I had basically. So, yeah, you'll see me trying to struggle, trying to get these ties wrapped around the cables. So, that's another phase that I'll let you enjoy laughing at. And I'll jump in on the next phase. so once I'd gone round the cables with poor effort, it done the job. It's not aesthetically pleasing inside the case, but it'll do rightly for now until I source either proper cable ties or I might just leave it. So the next step was to more or less put the case back together again. Put my teeth back in. So yeah, put the panels back on that I bought from Buttercade. Really like the stuff that Jonathan does. He's got his own Etsy store if you search for Buttercade, and he also sells items on focusattack.com also. So if you do decide to try your hand at doing your own Mad Catz TE stick, then I recommend you check out his web store. And if you're curious about what colours that he can do those side panels in, then check out his Nutrix Surround pieces, because what colours he can offer there, he can also do the side panels in those associated colours also. So as we progress on, guys, basically at this stage it was a case of just trying to reassemble the case together again, start from the sides, then onto the top panel, and then applying the yellow bezel, which I got from digiprintarcade.com. So you'll see later on in the video that I've done some free plugs. So I got a few cards sent out during my purchase, so that's where I got the yellow bezel surround from, was digiprintarcade.com. You can do a multitude of different colours. Go check out the page. They also do kind of hexagonal screws that will connect your plexiglass directly onto the bezel and into the case, so you can either go for chrome or black, although you might be able to do other colours, I can't remember. Get mixed up between himself and focusattack.com also do those screws. So yeah, digiprintarcade.com, that's where you'll get those lovely bezels from. Yeah, so once that's all kind of been readjusted eventually, there was a bit of jiggery pokery with the cabling. As you can see, I'm lifting the panel up, just making sure that none of these cables are going to get caught. And once I was finally happy with it, it was just a case of just getting the screws in, but not nipping them up so tight that it would crack the plexiglass, because I got this far and I definitely didn't want to have to take out all the buttons again, remove the joystick, all that faff, just for the fact that I'd over-tightened a screw or two. So they're in nice and tidy, nice and neat and snug, but not over-tightened. So yeah, once I finally got those nipped up, it's just a case of doing the final video at the end there, showcase how it looks even with the poor lighting.
Okay guys, there you have it. That was a snagging video. I'm sorry that naturally from the start of this video to now, lighting is poor. Is what it is, so try and bring it across. That's the desired effect, guys. I'll have better photos once it's fully complete and it's operational, but yeah, that's how she's looking. I've still got the bottom panel to fix. Whether I attach that onto the metal panel, I'll review that come Friday when it's my day off, but yeah, just kind of get a rotation here. I don't know if you can see that from that angle there. So, that's it for the snagging anyway. Just a few adjustments. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully, as always, it inspires you. And like I said at the beginning of the video, smash that subscribe for me. Check out the socials that were running through the video. Facebook, Insta, TikTok. And yeah, look forward to having you follow me along the journey, whether it's this one or a future project. But until then, hope you've enjoyed the snagging video, and I hope you join me for the testing one, which will hopefully be in the coming days. So, thanks again for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.